Throne released their new patch notes. There's going to be a downtime tomorrow, and with that, we're getting new rune system, and we're going to look at if they're changing the dimensional trial exploit and what they're doing with the game coming tomorrow. So let's just jump into it. So we have the patch notes right here. We're going to have a downtime tomorrow from the usual time, and it's going to last 3.5 hours. Pretty short maintenance, which is really nice. New system to manage your runes. Finally, it's here. Adjustments to guild and riftstone boss loot and more. That's also really good, depending on the changes. So let's look at the first thing. New rune book UI has been added to the item section of the main menu. Instead of obtaining multiple copies of each rune as an item, obtaining runes now unlocks the level up to a single unified entry in the rune book UI. These unified basic rune can be equipped to multiple items at once. Chaos runes can only be equipped to one item at a time. So basically the chaos runes will be the same thing, but like I talked about before, it's going to be a watermark system where runes will level up. So if you drop like a heavy attack rune, it's level 61, and you drop one again, the one that you have in your rune book will just upgrade to 62. You have to delete any runes or nothing. I'm going to make a full guide on this tomorrow when the patch is actually live, so you guys will understand it much better. But for now, I'll probably tell you guys to just save all your rune chests if you have. So you guys can obtain these rune watermarks once they add the new system. Rune synergies have been simplified by removing the various quality tiers and providing a single maximized synergy benefit for each rune color combination. So it's basically going to make the rune synergy system better. Rune synergy is basically when you have 3 different color runes in a row, you get different kind of bonuses, and they're basically going to make that much easier and simpler. The rune listing now allow you to search, favorite, and filter through the list of your available runes. That's nice. When selecting an item to modify equip rune, the rune list will now only show runes that are eligible to equip to that item type. So again, just making it much easier for you guys to gear up and to use the runes. Drag and drop runes from your collection list to an item. Unlock rune slots in the top section of the UI to equip the rune. The rune list now displays the level, stat benefit, and stat value of each collected rune, along with the progress bar that displays along the bottom of each rune entry. Okay, that's gonna have it's a progress bar. That's how they're gonna do the watermark system. I'm kind of unsure what they mean with this, but I think it's just how it's gonna be leveling up, right? This progress bar acts as a rune leveling progress guaranteed. Now, when you receive runes of the same level as the one you have collected, the progress bar increases its fills. Oh, a pity system. They're adding a pity system to runes. That's actually amazing. So basically what this means is, right now, let's say you have level 61 rune, HP, let's say max health rune is level 61. If you drop another max health rune, before you could get another level 61, and you won't get a level increase. But if you drop the same rune over and over again at the same level, it would automatically increase it by hitting a pity system, which is really good. So you will always feel progress of the runes. You don't always have to get lucky for the people that feel like they're really unlucky. Once filled, the rune will increase to the next level, setting a maximum amount of times you can receive an individual rune of the same level before receiving a level increase. Chaos Rune, a maximum of 100 Chaos Runes can be stored in the Rune UI. Chaos Runes you don't intend to use can be deleted from the list, freeing up a slot. I mean, that's nice. I mean, you don't need more than 100 Chaos Runes. I mean, I don't think people are even going to get 100 Chaos Runes, let's be real. Rune fragments will no longer be able to be acquired, and any existing rune fragments in your inventories or storage will eventually be removed. So if you have any rune fragments right now, what you should do is you go to the NPC, you craft those rune boxes, you keep those rune boxes inside your bag, because they're saying rune fragments will be removed. So either you use them now or you will lose them. So yeah, go do that really quick. Guild raid and Riftstone bosses. Adjust the loot drop tables for Talandra, Guild Raid, and Riftstone bosses. Okay. To include guaranteed T2 armor accessory drop on each kill, in addition to the current drop pools. So, does that mean the gear will be guaranteed, or are they adding new T2 gear? But this is a really good change. So, you will get guaranteed loot, at least on the bosses. A lot of people have been complaining about the loots. So, they're adding guaranteed T2. Finally. No more T1s or bad gear. Material transmutation implement options to auto add designated material types and grades of your material transmutation progress. That's a good change. Added the ability to split stacks of items with shift left click when adding items to material transmutation. Bulk adding materials now select up to 300 eligible items, increased from the previous cap of 20 at a time. Ooh, that's nice. So you don't have to convert all the time. My question here is, what's it gonna do with the rune? Can you still like? It doesn't make sense, right? Because it will automatically go to the rune book. So can you still rune transmute? Transmute? Next up is general. The dimensional trial fix an issue preventing groups from posting party board recruitment. We can still post it. It's just really annoying. But no talk about any exploits here for now. Add the option to copy skill and specialization presets to a new preset for editing as an alternative to creating skill presets from a blank slate. So you can copy. Now this is gonna save me so much time. If we basically what it is, you know, right now you have to like if you make a new preset, you have to make it from scratch, put all the skills in. But you can now copy one and just make changes to it instead, like a build you already have. Skill preset can now be pasted as a chat link, so people can copy much easier. Okay, that's a really nice change. Replace rare rune chests with epic rune chests for the following reward types: Dimensional Trials, Weekly Missions, Arena Coin Shop, Abyss Dungeons, World Bosses, Guild Raids, Mature Transmutation Items, removed Epic Tier 2 and Tier 1 equipment drops from basic zone population mobs. Okay, so they're basically adding more epic rune chests, which is replace the rare rune chests. Adjust the crafting menu for item like skill books to enable you to combine components ingredients that have multiple substitutes into a single craft. Okay, a little bit change to the crafting menu. When it comes to the skill books, probably easier for people that still are trying to level up their skill books or skills. Add arena sundry merchants to the available town NPCs. That's nice. You don't have to go to Castlethon anymore. Tax delivery, siege, and intercept, redstone, and boonstone award distribution can now be distributed unevenly when distributing to all members, not just participants. Okay, so you basically will have the ability to select who to give, but basically more lucent and solid to. It seems like. Gate Affinity, Tito's Tower added ability to move to other floors without exiting the dungeon. Okay, that's a really good change in my opinion. Saves me a bunch of time. Targeting added an option to target nameplate settings to prevent nameplate transparency to be applied to targets who are actively attacking you. Good, more targeting changes. We want more of that. Siege, a small adjustment to the defense area boundaries to teleport out non-defenders from walls at the start of siege. Fix the situation where some food buffs that should be removed from arena entry were not being removed. Nobody cares about the arena. Nebula Island removes some ceiling clutter from the boss arena that interfere with viewing angles. Fixed an issue where Gimtuk's attack pattern could behave unexpectedly when its aggro target was at a distance. Really, they're fixing this? I felt like that was a really good change to wipe players inside, but hey. Gatorade, fixed boss resets behavior for Pakilu, win indicators. Okay. Hall of Illusion, solo dungeons. Added checkpoints to Hall of Illusion levels to allow players to take breaks between fights. Oh, that's kind. Molegrass fixed an issue where Molegrass could occasionally teleport outside of an attackable area. Molegrass festive trees now respawn 10 seconds after Molegrass returns to the center of the arena. Halogen Lionhead fixed an issue that could cause the zone of pain effect to apply even though your interaction was interrupted. Okay, so small changes, maybe good changes, I guess, to the solo dungeon, but not anything big, so it's still going to be as difficult as it is for people that are trying to do T5. Wargames added display which weapons members of the team are currently being to better inform team making strategy. Okay, making some changes to Wargames. Now edit and display the name of Wargame lobbies. Minor adjustment to the color displayed for yellow team to avoid overlap with the yellow used for friendly guilds. Dope. UI. Chain damage or healing now displays increased floating numbers, HUD changes, added shortcuts. In the storage for material costs, need to unlock weapon mastery. Nothing really good except these changes. So there's no news about the exploit. I'm guessing it's going to do a shadow fix on the exploit, but the dungeon is also disappearing. So the dungeon will come back in probably like 2 weeks or something. And by that time, I'm guessing the exploit will be fixed. No news about any bans or any punishments. Maybe we'll get an updated news on that. But knowing AGS so far, they don't punish cheaters. So I don't think anybody will be punished. No news on the new dungeon, no gear dropping like Burk and daggers, all the stuff. It seems like it's coming on April 14. No any changes to the material transportation. Mainly, this is gonna be a rune update, making runes much easier. So people can grind runes much easier. But aside from runes, there's like very small minor changes. But that is the patch notes for this week. I'm hoping to get more news regarding the gear and stuff, but right now I think, like they said, April 14th is the plan to add all the gear to the dungeons and to the material transportation and the craftsman. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.